Welcome to Wonder Woman Wednesday. I'm Jared, and today we are discussing a very interesting topic. And first off, I want to start off by giving a shout out to my friend Pomegranate on Twitter. They recommended the topic of this discussion. So, shout out to you, Pom. So, we're going to talk about what makes a good Wonder Woman Elseworlds story. Because here's the thing, there have been a lot of great Wonder Woman Elseworlds stories in recent memory, like Batman Ninja being one, and to a degree, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League the way Wonder Woman is characterized, and that is pretty good. So we're going to talk about what factors introduce that. Number one, it's got to be respectful to the source material. Now you can make slight changes to it, kind of like the way Absolute Wonder Woman does, but it still has to feel like Wonder Woman. It's like that's the thing about like Injustice per se. Because yeah, it has the trappings of Wonder Woman. It from the outside it looks like Wonder Woman, but when you really get in there, it doesn't look like Wonder Woman. It doesn't feel like Wonder Woman, including Tom King, even though we'd all love that to be Elseworlds. But it has to actually feel the heart of Wonder Woman. That's what like Absolute Wonder Woman feels like, a Wonder Woman story. It feels like if you change a few things, it could be the main continuity Wonder Woman. It's that close to the original. Plus the fact she acts like Diana. That's the other thing. It's like, if you want to do an evil Diana, fine, but why not just make her Cersei? Because I remember they did this horrible Superman Wonder Woman book. I know me admitting a Superman Wonder Woman book is awful, by Chris Claremont. And they had Wonder Woman be Lois becomes Wonder Woman, but Diana still exists and she becomes a Nazi. And I'm like, why? Anyway, then two is supports the themes of Wonder Woman. And that's kind of like where the whole feminism comes in. And here's the thing, Absolute has this in spades. It is legit, like organic. It's like Kelly Thompson said, it's organically feminist. It doesn't seem forced at all. The male characters are not idiots. Granted, Steve can feel kind of weak, but he does that in the main continuity too. It's Wonder Woman, so what is he going to do? So that's why I kind of excuse it. So you have that. Then you have to have solid character designs that evoke Wonder Woman, because here's the thing, you want to actually look like Wonder Woman, like relative with the armor and stuff. And that's the thing. Again, I want to give props to Absolute Wonder Woman, is that particularly when she's in that red armor that she first shows up, and even with the helmet, she looks like Wonder Woman. Or it's like even with Injustice, Wonder Woman obviously looks like Wonder Woman, but with pants. So you could still, as long as it looks like Wonder Woman, it's fine. Then you get to the reinvention of key concepts. And this is where Absolute shines. Or it's like even when Batman Ninja shines, because with Batman Ninja, it's like the Amazons are reinvented as a Japanese family. Japanese Yakuza crime family, but they're not criminals. They like protect like women from oppression stuff, and that's pretty much what Wonder Woman does. But with Absolute, it's basically, because again, I say this every Super Wonder Legacy episode, the thing about Absolute Wonder Woman is that it shouldn't work on paper. The way they have it set up, she should just be Kratos. She should just be female Kratos. She's Wonder Woman raised in hell. Yet somehow she literally is just Diana. In fact, again, I reference this every single time I talk about why this book is awesome. The very first issue, it shows that she makes she makes Cersei's cave in hell a home. And she's talking to animals, and she softens Cersei, and I'm like, that is 100% who Diana is. 110%, in fact. And that's what you got to do when you reinvent key concepts. That really goes with the respectful part for part one, because yeah, you can reinvent stuff, but you can't, like, what's the word? You can't like step on what has come before it. Kind of like to a certain degree what the new 52 did when they made the Amazons like the way they did. That's why I consider that pretty much Elseworlds, because it's so separate. So I'm like, yeah, I don't have to reference this. But that's what you need to do. You have to be willing to reinvent, but you also can't step up. You also have to stop at a point. Like, obviously, you could have a story where all the Amazons are evil, but you can't do that because it's still like the Amazons. Plus, you also have to consider that like casual comic book readers aren't necessarily going to make the distinction that this is Elseworlds. They're going to be like, oh, that's just so the Amazons are evil now. So you kind of have to balance that. So that's why I'm going to put it there. Again, shout out to Pomegranate for suggesting this topic. If you guys have any topics that you would like to talk about, just put them in the comments. And be sure to like, comment, and definitely hit subscribe. And be sure to click the little bell notification button, because that way you get a notification every time I put out a video. And be sure to become a member, because if you become a member, you gain access to all of my my members only live streams, members only movie night, members only book club, and you get to more directly support what the channel does. But no matter what you decide to do, I'm just glad you're watching. So stay heroic, everyone. Remember, Steve Trevor, Steve Never. He belongs 6 feet in the ground. Zoe's the max bat for life. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.